odd number, sir.
Yes, odd numbers, right. This is our program. Right. I would like to demonstrate the same again. I would like to print numbers, odd numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, Namma. ఏదో ఒకటి పలకండి,
Yes,
మీరు
sir.
పలకుంటే ఏం అర్థం కాదు నాకు.
Yes, sir.
So, odd,
Yes, sir.
odd print example, say for example. This is our class name is odd print ex. I define public static void main, define one variable. So it is not necessary to define variable outside of this particular loop. You may define inside directly, right? So I define here itself int I equal to 0, I less than 10 or I less than 100, say for example up to 100, right? I plus plus. So save the file, control C, save dot java, right? I want to print the values. So after executing this program, it prints the values javac followed by the file name dot java. Amma, is my screen visible to you all?
Yes,
Or
sir.
not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Program chesinte okay amma. Chain wala kosam I am just repeating. So it prints the numbers from 1 to 100. But I don't want to print the numbers 1 to 100. I want to print the numbers those who are odd only. All numbers I don't want. Only those numbers which are odd I would like to print. ఎలా print చేస్తాం odd number అనేది ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది మనకి? We need to test the variable I value is even or odd. I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Yes or no? I every time I is going to be varied from 1 to 100. Initially I is 1, next iteration I becomes 2, next iteration I becomes 3 and so on up to 100. So first I value is even or odd. ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది మనకి ఈవెన్ ఆర్ ఆడ్ అనేది?
Equals to 0, even.
ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అయితే ఈవెన్ అవుతుంది, బట్ మనకి కండిషన్ ఏమి ఆడ్ అయితే ప్రింట్ చేయాలి. సో ఐ మేక్ దిస్ వన్ యాజ్ not equal to 0. Yes, exactly. So I am making this one as I mod 2. If it becomes not equal to 0, I can say that that number is a required number which I want to print on the screen. So I can print odd number or odd value, right? And followed by plus and followed by the value of I, right? And close this for loop. Is it right or wrong? Before running this, can anyone unmute and say the program is correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
మీరు ఇంకో విషయం మీరు do one thing before speaking, please mention your name. Right? So I don't want this scanner, right? That's why I removed that one. This is a Java file and only one main method there in this and only one for loop. It iterates continuously and every time I am checking the value of I is even or odd. If it is odd, I just print the value on the screen, right? Save the file, move to command prompt, clear the content by means of CLS, compile the code, JAVAC followed by Java file and run the program by means of class file. Usnaya odd numbers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sometimes they may ask the questions. I want to print all divisibles of 5 between 1 to 100. So ఇది కూడా మీరు ఒక చిన్న హోంవర్క్ లాగా రాసుకోండి. I want to print numbers which are divisible by 5. ఎలా రాస్తారు చెప్పండి అది? I'll make correction here. This is an odd number program. If anyone doesn't finish this program, you may just note down this and submit me in the form of assignment. And the next question is, I want to print only divisibles of 5. I want to print only the values which are divisible by 5 only. I want to print it on the screen. How to make the corrections? Where to make the corrections in this program in order to print all the values? All divisibles of 5.
I mod 5 equals
If
to 0.
statement, sir, we need to
I modulus
5
5
equals 0.
5. Here
Equal
Yes, sir. Equal
equals to 0. Right? So here divisibles of 5. Is it right or wrong? 1 to 100 మధ్యలో ఉండే all divisibles of 5 I want to show on the screen. Clear the content, compile the code, run the program. Ushnaya 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the way the questions may be varies. Based on the question, we need to frame the answer, right? Okay, Namma. And any more doubts in previous session? If everything is fine, we will move to the next topic, nested loops. Shall I
Okay,
move to the
sir.
next topic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next is nested. What do you mean by nested? Nested in the sense we are writing one in another one. Nesting, if condition, nested ifs, nested loops, nested switches we come across. One switch will be there inside another switch. One if will be there inside another if. Such things we can call as a nested loops. One within another one, right? So loops also having the same scenario. We can maintain loops within another loop. It may be a while loop, or it may be a for loop, or it may be a do while loop, right? So based on the situation, we are using the loops. So here a simple program which is demonstrated here. I want to print the stars or numbers or dots in this pyramid form, right? So just I'll repeat the same program here. This is a scenario, this is a program, right? So I want to print like this 10 dots continuously, right? Now it is a 10 dots and gradually you are decreasing one dot and finally ends with 1, right? So that's for this I just repeat a certain program like this. I remove all these things. So here I am writing one more loop for int j equal to, for example, some number j less than, say for example, some value 10, right? Equal to, say for example, and j plus plus. So here also make this one as 10 and I just print the value here I, right? So print the number. For example, I want to give a tab space here. If you know pretty well about what is a tab, escape sequence, you mention tab here. So what it prints on the screen? I'm not printing the dots. I'm printing the value of I only. Much చూడండి ఇది కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కావద్దండి అదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇక్కడ రాయడం లేదు. See the output. Same program I just compiled and run the value. It prints continuously in line by line. So I don't want this in a line by line. So print in the same line. After completion of this first row, I want to print a line. System.out.println. Right? So first rows all ones, second rows all twos, third rows all threes, and so on. Okay, Namma?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So ఇక్కడ ఏం చేసినాం ఇక్కడ? First I am taking one outer loop, starts from 1 and move to 10. So every time I am moving 1 to 10. For each and every iteration of I loop, j will repeat for 10 times. So whenever I becomes 1, j becomes 1 and prints I on the screen. J becomes 2, prints I on the screen. J becomes 3 and so on up to 10 times. So first one prints on the screen, one prints on the screen, 1, 1, 1, 1 up to 10 times. Here I am printing only I value. So after this iterations all over, I mean, once it reaches to the 11, it becomes end of the for loop. It simply failed and come out of the for loop. And here I am printing a new line. So what happened in this? The control will come to the next line and it moves back to the I increment position. Here I is going to be incremented by 1. Now I becomes 2. 2 less than 10, right? And enter into the second J loop. Again, J starts from 1 onwards. 1 less than 10, print 2 on the screen. J becomes 2, 2 less than 10, and print 2 on the screen. 3, 2 on the screen. 4, 2 on the screen, and so on. Here I am printing continuously I value. 2 prints 10 times on the screen. Now becomes I3, 3 less than 10, again coming back to the J loop, and J will iterate again 10 more times of printing 3 continuously on the screen. Yes or no? So this for loop having only one statement, that's why I didn't put any curly braces. Or else I just mentioned curly braces here, it is having only one statement. After completion of all printing 10 times of that particular I value, we need to bring the control to the next line by calling the system.out.println method. Now the cursor will come to the second line and we are printing continuously the second values on the screen, third value, fourth value, and so on. Okay, now ma'am.
Yes, sir.
So like that we can
Yes,
iterate
sir.
like this. For example, I want to print instead of start from 1, if I start from I, I restricted to 5 numbers only. As Mari length take 5 up to 5. But here instead of starting I loop from 1 onwards, I am printing from J onwards. And here I am just doing a simple modification J, the value of J. See how the outputs will be varies. Same program, compile and run. First iteration, it prints the value 5 times. Why? Because I is 1 and you are assigning 1 less than 5, 1 prints on the screen. J value becomes 2 prints on the screen. J value becomes 3 prints on the screen. J value becomes 4 prints on the screen. J value becomes 5 prints on the screen, right? And whenever J becomes 6, it simply come out of the second inner loop and next println will be prints and it brings to the second line. Next what happened? I am moving I position and incrementing I value by 1. Now I becomes 2. 2 less than 5 holds good. Here J becomes 2. Here I am starting the J loop from 2 onwards. For second iteration of J value becomes 2. Why? Because I replaced the assignment of J with I only. Now J becomes 2. Print J and 3, print 3, 4, print 4, 5, print 5 on the screen. Move to the I value again. I becomes 3. 3 less than 5 becomes holds good and come to the second J loop. In third iteration of J loop, J becomes 3. 3 onwards it prints. It looks like this. Okay, Nama?
Yes,
So
sir.
here,
Okay, sir.
say for example, I don't want to print J. If I want to print star on the screen, asterisk on the screen. So it looks like this. The same program, I just replace J with value. The star prints on the screen. అక్కడ పొజిషన్స్ ఎక్కువ వద్దు మనకి అన్నప్పుడు you please ignore this tab and give a space before and after. అమ్మ ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నా అంటే sometimes the questions are like that. We need to print the stars on the screen or print some numbers on the screen. So how the loops are iterates, right? So we need to maintain all exact positions. Okay, na? So with the support of this, try to find some different patterns. Already we come across in first year, but don't copy the content as it is. Take the pyramid or take the shape of printing stars or printing numbers and try to write your own way At any stage, if you have any issues, you may please discuss. Right? This is all about the nesting of loops. Right? So for each and every iteration of first loop, that much number of times are this loop will be iterates. So this I loop iterates for 10 times, and every 10 times this j loop will iterate based on this value. Just like for every 1 hour, say for example, the first loop is you are calculating hours. For every 1 hour, the inner loop will iterate for 60 minutes. The second loop, say for example, 60 minutes will iterates. For every minute, again one more loop, say for example, which is there inside, that is 60 seconds will iterates. Like this. So 1 minute is happened means 60 seconds completed. 160 minutes, say for example, it is completed means 1 hour completed. So like that we can have the things. I'll repeat the same program by means of a simple loops. Any doubt in this experiment? Star bending?
No, sir.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
sir.
go for one more program. This for hours, this for minutes, right? And minutes also starts from 1 onwards, right? And inside we are having seconds, right? So I can use for hours h. For minutes I'll take the variable m, and m, right? For seconds I'll take s equal to 1, s less than or equal to. For minute how many seconds?
60.
60
60,
seconds, sir.
sir.
Right. And come to the end. And this I am going to print on the screen, say for example, right? So here I am printing. For example, I can print like this. H minutes, next seconds, right? So in a simpler fashion, and even I don't require these statements, I make this one as a comment, right? So see the values, repeat the same, compile the same program. It goes continuously. Whenever you pause somewhere else, it looks like this. Right? So whenever it becomes that number reaches 12, it simply come out of the loop. Okay, Namma? ఇక్కడ మనం
Yes, sir.
ఇవన్నీ ఒకటే ప్లేస్ లో మనం ప్రింట్ చేస్తూ పోయినాం అనుకోండి, then we can feel that the time is appear on the screen. Right? That we will do those things later once we enter into the graphics. We will see that. Or else you make this one as a print ln. Actually ఇక్కడ మిల్లీ సెకండ్స్ లో జరుగుతుంది, ఇక్కడ సెకండ్స్ లో జరగదు. సో వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ వన్ మోర్ లూప్ ఫర్ మిల్లీ సెకండ్స్. హౌ మెనీ మిల్లీ సెకండ్స్ ఫర్ ఎ సెకండ్? ఎనీవన్? తెలియదు అమ్మా ఎవరికి? Please unmute and say anyone. How many milliseconds for a second?
Sixties.
60 నా కాదమ్మా, 100.
1000 milliseconds.
1000 milliseconds.
Verify later. CLS compile. అక్కడ తప్పు రాసినాం. HMS ఇక్కడ EMS milliseconds. Compile and run. మారుతున్నాయి సెకండ్స్ మారినాక నెక్స్ట్ మినిట్స్ మారుతాయి. రైట్, ఇట్ గోస్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ. 100 milliseconds అనుకుంటామా, 1000 కాదు అది. రైట్, కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్లో ఉంది.
100 sir.
100 అది, 1000 అన్నారు, 1000 కాదు అది. అది అంత టైం తీసుకోదు సెకండ్కి. ఇప్పుడు ఫాస్ట్గా మారుతుంది చూడండి. లేదు కరెక్టే, అది 1000. సెకండ్స్ అంత ఫాస్ట్ మూవ్ కావు కదా. సరే, try to clear that whether 1000 or 100. So this is a way we can write many number of loops. One loop will be iterates inside and another and so on. This is a nesting of loops, right? Clear, Amma?
Sir. Yes, sir.
This is all about the nesting of loops, and we will see and try to solve some sort of pyramids. It may be in a triangle shape, printing all stars in triangle shape, or printing in diamond shape, right? And print in like this format, right? So all the shapes, and try to solve by your own. Don't copy the content. Don't take information somewhere else and just compile and run. It is not good practice. And try to solve by your own, and at any stage if you have any issues we will discuss in the class itself, right? Next one is the jump statement. Java will have 3 jump statements. We will finish this. First one is the break, second one is the continue, and the third one is return. How many of you heard these break, continue, and return statements from Java, from C? ఎవరికైనా ఐడియా ఉందమ్మా? What is the break statement? What is the continue statement? Where we use return statement?
Yes, sir.
ఎక్కడ వాడినా చెప్పండి. So I want to break a loop. ఎలా బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది అది? I will just remove all these loops. Right. So say for example, I am taking again the same variable I less than some number, right, and I plus plus, right? So I want to print some value on the screen. Say for example, I am printing I value on the screen, but the condition here it is, whenever I becomes divisible of 5 or 7, say for example, I don't want to continue my program. I just come out of all the loops. So I want to break the loop. So I can put a condition if whenever I becomes 7, mana condition emi, whenever I reaches the divisible of 7, I don't want to repeat the program, right? I simply come out of the program. So how I can break this particular loop? I can use break statement. So whenever break encounters, it simply breaks the immediate loop. Even switch also having the break statements. Whenever break encounter, it simply breaks the switch. Here also the same. So my condition here, I want to print all the numbers which is not divisible by 7. So on the first occurrence of 7, it simply break the loop. See how it is. So it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But whenever the value 7 reaches to I, 7 modulus 7, the value is 0. So what happened? It come into the for loop, if condition. The if will have a break statement. It simply take the control from for loop to out of the for loop. Means we don't have any statements here and simply end of the program. Okay, Namma, this is about the break.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right? Say for example, we are having one more statement, continue. So I don't want to print all the divisibles of, for example, 5. 5 divisibles నాకు వద్దు అనుకోండి. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? I can use continue here, right? So first, whenever I reaches to 5, I don't want to do anything. I just continue the next iteration. I don't want to do all the statements which are there in the current iteration, simply ignoring all the things and moving to the next iteration. That's the main purpose of continue. So in this situation, whenever I becomes fine, I don't want to do anything printing or doing calculation or whatever there in that particular iteration, simply ignoring all and moving to the next iteration. I becomes next value automatically. See how it is? So 1, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85 is not there. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 is not there. Like that. We are ignoring the divisibles of 5 here by using continuous statement. ఇంతకుముందు ఏం రాసినాం మనం ఆ వాల్యూ ట్రూ అయితే ప్రింట్ చేసినాం బట్ హియర్ ఐ అప్లైడ్ ఎ కంటిన్యూ స్టేట్మెంట్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ సో ఐ వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ బికమ్స్ 5 modulus 5 0 it enter into the true part of this if condition. Here we are having only one statement continue. It simply moves to the I directly without performing, without printing the I value on the screen. It is moving directly the next part of for loop and incrementing the I value by 1. I becomes 6, 6 move to the condition, 6 less than 100. It moves to the next 6 prints on the screen, 7, 8, 9, 10. So whenever 10 modulus 5 becomes 0 again. 9 కాదు 8 కాదు 7 కాదు బట్ 10 అయినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది మళ్ళీ 0 అవుతుంది మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసి వీఆర్ ignoring the printing the value of 10, moving to the next iteration, right? Now it becomes 11 and so on continuously. So break, whenever break satisfies the condition, the break statement simply break the loop. Whenever the condition satisfied, simply the continue statement take the control to the next iteration. That's what this is all about break and continue. Already we come across. And the next statement is return. Return usually mentioned inside methods or functions. Yes or no? Functions రాసినప్పుడు లాస్ట్ లో రిటర్న్ రాసింటారు. Return will take a value from the sub module to the main module or function to the main program. Return is a statement which returns from the main sub function to the main function. Am I clear in these 3 topics?
Yes, sir.
So break simply breaks that particular loop and come out of the loop. Whenever the condition satisfies, it simply break and the current loop and move out of that particular loop. But continue is not the case. It simply bypass all the statements and move to the next iteration. And return is not the case. It simply take the control out of the function, right? And we will see this return will return a value. We can pass some value. The return will take the value and hand out to the called one. ఆ ఫంక్షన్ ఎవరైతే కాల్ చేసిండ్రో వాళ్ళకు ఒక వాల్యూ కూడా తీసుకెళ్ళి ఇస్తుంది, రైట్? అండ్ జావా ఆల్సో హ్యావింగ్ సమ్ మోర్ కాన్సెప్ట్, న్యూ కాన్సెప్ట్, ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్. Here also it having certain jump statements like we need to monitor inside try based on the statements mentioned inside try block. If it is valid, okay, it execute. If it is any problem, it throws the values. If it is throwing something, some exception raised, it throws the value and catch is going to be received that value, right? And throw will have again one more form, that is a throws. And finally the one more concept which is defined inside. So these try catch also comes under jump statement in Java. We will discuss at the time of exception handling. It's a new for us. This is a simple program about break, and there is a one more program about break statement. You please go through all this, and also one more continue statement. And I just mentioned with some of the programs. You please try to analyze the code and how it appears on the screen, right? So here we are having one more label representation. మనకి go to అనేది C లో చదివింటారు మీరు, go to అని విన్నారమ్మా? go to అనేది
Yes, sir.
Yes,
that's
sir.
the similar to label here with a break statement. Continue may be specified with a label or you may mention continue directly. So here in this I started my main method in this, and here I mentioned the label name outer and put semicolon followed by the for loop and all. So whenever this condition satisfied j greater than I I'm printing a new line and I'm moving continue outer. So what happened? From this, the system is moving back to the outer. Abnormally, you are moving from one location to another location. Unconditional jump. సి లాంగ్వేజ్లో గో టు అని రాసింటారు, మీరు గుర్తుందా మర్చిపోయినారో తెలియదు. మళ్ళీ గో టు ఫాలోడ్ బై లేబుల్ నేమ్. ఇక్కడ ఒక లేబుల్ నేమ్ రాసింటారు, అవుట్, ఇన్, ఎగ్జిట్ అని ఏదో ఒక లేబుల్ నేమ్ హియర్. సో సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఇట్ సింప్లీ సర్చ్ వేర్ ద లేబుల్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ ఇన్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్, ద కంట్రోల్ విల్ మూవ్ టు దట్ పర్టికులర్ లొకేషన్. దెర్ ఈస్ నో కండిషన్, దెర్ ఈస్ నో రీజన్ వై ఇట్ ఈస్ మూవింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు హియర్. ఆర్ యూ మెన్షన్ హియర్ అవుట్, సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అవుటర్ అని ఇక్కడ రాసినాం అనుకోండి, అవుటర్ కోలన్ పెడితే ఇక్కడ నుంచి డైరెక్ట్గా ఇక్కడికి జంప్ అయిపోతుంది అది. ఓకేనమ్మా. సో అన్కండిషనల్లీ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ విల్ మూవ్. దట్స్ వై వీఆర్ ఇగ్నోరింగ్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ గో టు స్టేట్మెంట్ ఆర్ లేబులింగ్ ఇన్ ద program, though it is working, but we can't predict the value of what happened inside the program. That's why try to ignore mentioning the labels go to statements inside programs. We are having two types of jump statements: conditionally jump, unconditionally jump. In a conditionally jump, in a previous program, say for example if I is equal to 0, you are break the loop, right? If I equal to 0, we are continue the loop, or you can mention return statement like that. So these are comes under conditional representation, but without saying anything. So here I am just calling outer by using continue followed by outer. So what happened? It simply move to beginning of the program or end of the program. Wherever you represent, it moves directly. The only advantage of this go to statement is if you are iterating in multi-level hierarchy of nesting of loops, if you want to come out of all the loops at a time. In the previous case, say for example, hours for 12, minutes for 60, seconds for 60, and milliseconds for, say for example, 100 or 1000. Think that you are evolving in a very inner multi-level nesting loops. In that situation, if you want to come out of all the loops at a time, if you mention break, only one loop will be breaks. If you mention continue, next iteration will follows. But I want to come out of all the loops at a time. At that time I can use go to statement. అదొక్కటే యూజ్ అమ్మంగా, అంతకంటే ఏం లేదు. సో మల్టీ నెస్టింగ్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు అన్ని లూప్స్లోంచి బయటికి రావాలి అన్కండిషనల్గా అన్నప్పుడు we use go to statement or labeling. రిమైనింగ్ స్టేజెస్లో ఎప్పుడు మనం లేబుల్ వాడము. ట్రై టు అవాయిడ్ యూజింగ్ లేబుల్ బై బికాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్కండిషనల్లీ టేకింగ్ ద కంట్రోల్, moving away based on that particular label name. Clear, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next is return. Already we come across return. Whenever you are writing a simple method or a function will have a return statement inside, and it also takes a value and hand out to the called one. ఎవరైతే ఆ ఫంక్షన్ని కాల్ చేసింటారో వాళ్ళకి తీసుకెళ్ళి ఒక వాల్యూ ఇస్తుంది. ఆర్ బై డిఫాల్ట్ మనం ఏం రాసింటాం, రిటర్న్ 0 అని రాసింటారు కొంతమంది, గుర్తుందా? అది RETURN ఫాలోడ్ బై 0 అని. ఏమి ఇవ్వకూడదు అనుకున్నప్పుడు you are putting 0 and putting semicolon. So return means you are returning from the sub function to the main function. బట్ అవి ఫంక్షన్స్ అనేది ఇండివిజువల్గా ఉంటాయి, మెథడ్స్ అనేవి ఒక క్లాస్లో ఉంటాయి. సో మెథడ్స్ ఆర్ having a specific task related to that particular class. These are wrapped inside a class. That's why you can call these one are methods. Method అనేది function అనేది కొంచెం రెండు సేమ్ అమ్మ, syntactically both are the same, but function can call anyone directly by its own name, but methods are not like that. Methods can call with the class names, with object names, you can say. These are bounded inside a class. అవి మళ్ళీ మనం క్లాసెస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ చదువుతప్పుడు మళ్ళీ చదువుకుందాం. బట్ వీఆర్ మెన్షనింగ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ మెథడ్స్. whenever a method returns a value, we can return by means of return statement. Okay, take a simple program here. I define a simple function. No function, just I am returning from the main directly. So main is the one function కదా, ఇది ఒక మెథడ్ కదా, మెయిన్ అనేది ఒక మెథడ్ కదా. ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? రిటర్న్ అనే క్లాస్లో రాస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ, రైట్? సో boolean t equal to true అన్నాను, and I just printed value on the screen before the return. ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాను if t అన్నాను. if t అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏమి ఇక్కడ t is a true value. True అంటే ఏమి if true అంటే the condition is true, it come inside of the condition if condition. There I am having only one statement written. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అది ప్రోగ్రామ్ నుంచి. It never prints the value here. కావాలంటే చూడండి ఇది I'll just type the code. Say for example this is a case. So here I am just instead of continue I return, right? So our intention is I want to print values from 1 to 100, but I don't want to print all divisibles of 5. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏమనుకున్నాం 1 2 3 4 ప్రింట్ అయిన తర్వాత 5 వస్తేనే ఏమన్నాం ఇక్కడ 0 అయితేనే ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ కాలింగ్ ఎ రిటర్న్ స్టేట్మెంట్. అంటే ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి అది ఇట్ సింప్లీ అవే ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి. బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోయినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎండ్ అయిపోతుంది. See how it is, whether it is working or not. I am taking only one example and I am just modifying all the statements. You try to build, write separately each and every program. అన్ని కలిపి మీరు లాస్ట్గా ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ పెట్టద్దండి అది. సో 1 2 3 4 అయితేనే ఏమవుతుంది రిటర్న్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. 5 అయినప్పుడు రిటర్న్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతే ఏమవుతుంది ఇట్ సింప్లీ రిటర్న్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మెథడ్. ఈ మెయిన్ మెథడ్ నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అది. Once it is moving from main method means the program is ended there itself. It never print all these statements. Okay, Namma? Clear? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
So try
Yes,
to
sir.
test every statement how it works and be clear in that. And wherever we use that keywords, you are in a position to analyze and seeing the program. The mind has to compile and mind has to produce output. No need of any system or no need of any laptops, right? So this is all about loops and some jump statements inside Java. May I know any problem, any doubt so far? Yeah, CRs, Ajra, Divyanetri,
Sir.
Bhavana,
Yes, sir.
yes sir. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.